It's possible that the madness has already begun, but this is the point where I'm going to start. So I'm calling this piece Descent into Madness, or an attempt to do necessary tax returns while under a control of a shortage of dopamine, a dopamine deficit, dedicated to all those Parkinson's people out there who may have struggled alone with dealing with things like taxes and tax returns and just living alone with Parkinson's. Well, that was an introduction, so let's set some ground rules. First of all, I'm wearing clothes, that's a good start, and I'm using two mobile phones. Actually, I have three, but two of them I'm using for filming. So I can record as much as possible on one, and when I run out of battery or juice or whatever it is, or storage space, then I can switch to the other one in theory. So this is camera one, which is the first of the two cameras, and the other will be camera two, which is currently on charge. So I have my laptop, where I hope to do most of the work necessary, and that also needs to be charged. And I have a set of tissues, because my nose sometimes needs a blow. And I have a set of eye drops, just standard eye drops, not medicated, which is necessary to keep the eyes lubricated. And this left one's a little itchy. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, one of the most exciting things is that I took my last Parkinson booster in the early hours or late hours of last night. That means that I'm now entering a stage where I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning, 2:30 I guess, and I woke up with my hands perfectly still. Now, to a Parkinson person, that is a sign that says that you're not in a Parkinson's deficit, but it's a sign that you probably are about riding neutral. And that's where I started. And as I've moved on, I've started to feel a little bit more deficit, because it's something you can feel. And that starts to manifest itself in a number of ways. For me, it starts with the left leg becoming a little bit twisty. And I've forgotten the name for that. I'm sure I can look that up. Probably should, just in case. Yes, so let's look up what that Parkinson's dystonia. I didn't have to look it up, I remembered it. Dystonia definition. Abnormal tonicity of muscle characterized by prolonged receptive muscle contractions. Yeah, slight twisting movements and abnormal postures of the body. So that's dystonia. Let's see if I can remember that. Other things that are relevant. I am 61 years old. I was born in October in 1960. I'm a resident of the UK, and I live in an apartment, which is nice, and I've turned all the lights on to aid with filming. And so I can see what I'm doing. So, the goal of this exercise is to fill out tax returns. Now, what I'm feeling at the moment is the beginnings of hunger because I'm quite hungry. I didn't have anything to eat since last night, and in fact, I'm continuously hungry, only I don't always notice it because the Parkinson's situation has been, for me, over the past 8-9 months, that I've lost something like 19 kilos. And that sort of weight loss is an indication that the Parkinson's is having an effect on one's appetite. And it could also be related to the malabsorption of food, could be related to the diverticulum and the blockage due to constipation. But let's keep it simple. I'm hungry. I haven't had anything to eat. I may need to have something to counteract low blood sugar, so we don't want me falling over as a result of that. Because I plan to be up for a while to try to sort this business out. So I've talked about the things that are necessary. I've talked about how I have an internet connection. The internet connection will enable me to look up things like dystonia, or at least I knew what it was. And I have my glasses. When I'm reading things up close, I'll need to read things close. So I'm probably going to get a chair, thinking ahead, so that I can sit and relax more easily in front of the camera. I'm going to stop now and test that will allow me to continue with the next piece.